Looking forward. We are live. I am so looking forward to another fun time with my pal, Melinda Curtis, who I have suckered into an awful lot of things over the years. And she just, well, Bear for Punishment. Melinda Curtis just keeps coming back for more. I don't know. You're a bear for punishment there, girlfriend. But we have a lot of fun together. We've done projects together. We've done parties together. We did a cruise together, and we're still planning to do fun things together in the future, which we'll be talking about. So I am hoping I see on my Insta, a lot of you have already joined us here. So hi, thanks Instagram people. I see one of our regulars, Heather's here. I see. It's funny because I always get to like abbreviations and not real names, but you guys, I am seeing you all as you come on Instagram, and I'm so happy that you are here with us. And our Facebook gang are here now too, which is way fun. So I'm just delighted that you guys are going to be here because we're going to have some good times here. We're going to play a little bit of this and that with Melinda, and I might even do a little of this and that with you all. And Melinda will be having a little goodie to give away. But first, let's welcome some of our people who have arrived. Again, a nice crowd here from the Insta troops, and I appreciate that, guys. Susie Baldwin has arrived, our Washington gal. Minnesota is here with Patty. Nicole is here from Arizona. Cindy has arrived from Ohio. Hi, Nancy from Wisconsin. And Connie has arrived from Columbus, Ohio. We've got Phoenix with Mary Ann joining us. So you guys, I'm delighted, and more ringing in. And if I end up not greeting you properly, I apologize because of course I want to make sure I'm also talking with our guests. But I see Pam has arrived from Gatlinburg. Oh, I do love Tennessee. So everyone, I'm delighted that you're here. Oh, and my buddy Carol has arrived on Insta. Hey, hey. And and one of my Christmas cruise buddies I see has arrived. That's very cool on Instagram. So this is real fun to have you guys here. Anyway, so we're going to do some fun stuff. And some of you might not have heard past interviews in the Lily. We're going to really quick just talk a little bit about her glam past in corporate America. But first, let's say one last hi. We've got Lisa's joined, and Maria's come from Massachusetts. South Carolina is here. We're getting all over the country, guys. I love it. Eventually, we're going to get all 50 states. That's the hope. But let's start talking to Melinda. And I love her story. She was once upon a time a high-level corporate gal that ran around in cool-looking business suits. And what on
And
earth?
heels.
Huh? You still
And
do?
heels. No, I don't still do, and I don't even wear heels anymore. Boo.
I know. I don't think I could walk in heels. I think I would break something. I had a pair of kind of high heels. And I thought, I'm going to wear these to this. And I thought, no, I'm going to break an ankle. They're staying home. I hate that. But but you end up making this shift. What made you decide I'm jumping midstreams out of one career and I'm going to start a whole new career as a writer? What was the motivation for that?
Oh, it was torture. It was torture because I worked at a company that pitted a lot of departments against each other.
Hmm.
It just got to be a chore to drag myself into work. And I was
Mm.
doing really interesting things. I was working with a cultural anthropologist and a psychologist to figure out why people buy and how we can design packaging so that it'll be irresistible on the shelves. Things like that. It was really fun. That part of it was really fun, but the intercompany politics were just horrible. And I
Hmm.
was an avid romance reader, and I wrote to somebody whose book that I just loved. It made me laugh. It made me cry. It left me feeling, so good at the end. And I saw that she was located 45 minutes away from me. So I contacted her, and she brought me into the Romance Writers of America
Wow.
chapter. And from there, I moonlit as a romance author until I could finally quit the corporate world.
Wow. That is really because that's kind of a big jump, and they always say don't quit your day job. And it can be very competitive in the field that we're in as romance writers. So to say,
Mhm.
oh, goodbye, steady paycheck. I'm just gonna go be a writer. I mean, that's kind of gutsy, don't you think? Aren't you a gutsy girl?
I like to think that I am, but I do cover my bases, right? I mean, I sacrificed a lot of sleep, a lot of sleep to kind of
Sleep
get
is
everything going.
overrated.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, that's pretty cool. So I like to bring. I know in the last few interviews we've kind of talked about a lot about women maybe starting second careers, launching new things in life, and I think you're another good example of sometimes you just have to go for it. You kind of had a plan going for it. You didn't just say
Yeah.
I'm going to walk off the diving board now and hope that there's water in the pool. You sort of had a plan, right?
I had a plan. I had contracts under my belt. I had published some books with Harlequin. And so I got to the point where I felt comfortable enough to say that's enough. And it was so freeing.
Oh, that's yeah, I can imagine. Well, you're finally doing something you love, and I think that's the ideal. If you can make it work so that you can do something you love, as for a career, that's just the best of all worlds. Then it's
Yeah.
not work. You're
Yeah.
just going and doing something you love doing. Not that writing doesn't have its work moments, but for the most part, I know we as writers really love what we do. I have to laugh. Who was it that just said, oh, Nicole said heels are overrated. I think you could be right. And Diane's having storms right now. So I'm sorry you're having a hard time getting on, but you did make it. Yay. Thank you. And who just said that? Somebody had also just said the people you work with are critical to your happiness at work. That is
Oh, that
definitely
is so
so true.
true.
It
Yeah.
really, and if you're not having fun with the people you work with, there's another motive to go, I gotta get out of this place.
Right. When it's a work family, it's hard to leave. It's
Yeah.
hard to put yourself first. My daughter just did that last week. She quit a job that she had for 7 years, and she
Oh, wow.
she was just in tears because the management had changed, and so she was like, I can't do it anymore. I just can't do
Yeah,
it.
yeah, yeah. I got to get out of here, but I love the people I'm working with. Then that's can be very hard. By the
Yeah.
way, I have to say hi to Ashley of Uplit Reads has joined us. Good to have you here, Ashley. And Brenda has arrived. Thanks for all of you who are tuning in and getting a chance to listen to me chatting with our great friend Melinda Curtis. And by the way, for those of you who do come in a little bit later, this will be up on my YouTube channel. So just hop on over to YouTube to my Sheila Roberts page there and subscribe. And you can always see all these interviews after the fact when we're done, but must be present to win. And Melinda is going to be giving away something a little bit later, and we'll tell you about that when the proper time comes. Hi to all my new gang that's come in on Insta. I'm happy you're with us here today. We're talking about career restarts and going from high heels to I don't even wear them anymore, and I get to write books. So
Elastic waistbands, right? The whole thing.
elastic waistbands. Oh, I know I've got to do a TV thing in the fall. I'm thinking, what am I going to wear? I haven't worn a dress. Am I have to wear pantyhose for this thing? Oh my goodness. Oh dear.
No.
Anyway, so
Get some
hopefully not.
get some sexy knee-high boots, right?
Oh, that's a good idea. I like that
Boots
idea.
never really go out of style. Well, sometimes the heel does. The heel of the boot goes out of style, but
Well, and talking about heels, some of these heels, the boot, you need a ladder to get in the boot. The heels are like this high, and so we'll see how that works. But that's a great suggestion. So, oh yeah, Cindy's talking about even wearing PJs
oh
when
yes.
you're a writer. Yeah, you can wear anything. So, oh, Carolyn wants to know, how did it go yesterday? Oh my gosh, yesterday was so much fun. I just put up on Instagram a reel of one of the big group games that we played. About half the family was there at the time, but my family is just completely wild and crazy. We do all these goofball games, and this is a really fun one for those of you if you're doing big family gatherings or a big group, kind of a fun game that you can play outdoors. So be sure and check that out. That's kind of a fun game. But anyway, I digress as usual. So let's get on to some more stuff with Melinda. I think this would be fun to do. We're going to do a little bit of this or that. And guys, I'm going to let you ring in a little bit too as we're doing this. So feel free if something really grabs you to share what your this or that is. So I'm just going to quiz her real quickly as to favorite things to do. Yes, which is your favorite? So if when it comes to, first of all, I say chocolate or not chocolate. Are you a chocolate girl?
I am so chocolate.
Chocolate all the way. Okay, so milk chocolate or dark chocolate? And hey,
Dark
guys out
chocolate.
there, which one?
Dark chocolate.
Dark chocolate. Okay.
It has the alibi of being healthy.
The alibi. I love the choice of words there. Okay, so and who out there is for dark chocolate? Because that is good for you. And you know what, guys? I gotta say, I used to be a milk chocolate girl. Oh, dark chocolate. And then it was like, yeah, but dark chocolate is better for you. And I've started doing dark chocolate, and now milk chocolate tastes too sweet. It's like my taste buds changed. I don't know.
Yeah.
Did my taste buds grow up? I don't know. But dark is, and oh, the best Dove dark chocolate and Bing cherries. Just make sure you don't swallow the pit. I'll take a bite of my cherry and a bite of Dove dark. This is like chocolate covered cherries, only I didn't have to go to the work of covering them. So Diane says chocolate, dark chocolate. Susie says dark. Nancy says dark. Dark, and so does Connie. So does Pam is a milk chocolate girl. I think you might be in a minority. Everybody else is ringing in for dark chocolate.
Dark chocolate.
Chocolate.
70% cacao or whatever it is, right?
Wait, but not the really bitter dark stuff, though. I can't go quite that far.
Oh, yes. Oh, yes.
Really? Oh, my gosh. You are hardcore.
I support, there's a company, I can't think of the name right now, and that's bad. I'll have to post it on my Facebook page when I remember it. But they help actually women in other countries around the equator to grow and harvest cacao to make chocolate, and then to harvest the nubs, the chocolate part, and cover it with seasonings and package it up. And so to support women.
Is that Theo chocolates? Is that Theo chocolates?
No.
Oh, okay, never mind.
I'll have to. Now it's going to bother me.
Okay. Somebody, if you have nothing better to do, look up what is the chocolate company that helps women in Africa earn a living, and post if you find out. Linda has arrived. Hi, thanks for joining us. Good to see so many of you joining us today. This is really, really fun. Diane says it's used to like white chocolate. Easter bunnies. Oh, yes.
Oh.
After I had done chemo and I was having acid reflux issues and things, and for a while there, I couldn't do chocolate. And so I did switch to, okay, I'll do white chocolate. But white chocolate isn't even really chocolate. It was okay, but I was
really?
So I can have chocolate again.
It's so good in coffee, but I don't really like to eat it.
Oh, really? Okay. Yeah. Well, and I don't see any, it looks like I said, I think dark chocolate carries the day here, folks. Linda Sue Brown has arrived. Hi. And hi to all our new people who have arrived. I see you there on Insta. Very fun to have you here. And Abe Berg says yes to chocolate. Yes. I'm glad we're all on the same page when it comes to chocolate.
Okay. Chocolate. It's not a name that you would remember, but really? It's Cocoa Future Collaborative.
Oh my. Okay, you're right. I would not.
And it has like a mission that's involved with it too. So
can you get them? Can you look them up online and buy them on Amazon or something if somebody wants to look them up and help a good cause? Okay, that's good to know, guys. So if you are a chocolate hound and you want to contribute to a good cause, this might be a really good company for you. So let's move on to our this or that. Okay, when it comes to snacks, boy, can you tell Sheila's into food. So sweet or salty? Are you a chips girl or a cookies girl? Which do you want?
Oh, I'm cookies all the way.
All the way?
I had chocolate chip cookies before we started.
I know. I think I never met a dessert I didn't like. Oh my gosh. But you know what? Somebody once said, when you're dieting, just figure out, because we all have a preference. Some of us like the salty and some of us like the sweet. And I'm going, well, I like it all. I like chips. I like cookies. I like candy. So that doesn't really help to pick what you like, because they both get me in trouble. Oh my gosh. Yeah, Cindy likes a mix of two. Cookies for Susie. Yep. So and I don't see any comments from my Insta on what you guys like. So you must all be behaving yourselves over there in Instagram land. So yay you that you're behaving yourselves, because I'm sure not behaving myself. In fact, oh my gosh. So we had our big, huge family gathering where we got several generations and we're all hanging out and goofing around. And oh my gosh, the cookies and the goodies. And one of my favorites, the potato chips with that California dip. What? Sour cream and onion dip. I had enough of that for 10 people. So today it's like salad and soup. I'm trying to pull the reins on. And
have you seen you can actually bake if you take a bag of like Ruffles and put them in a 13 by 9 cake pan.
Yeah.
And then you put the powdered ranch dressing, and then some cheese, and then another layer with the powdered ranch dressing and the cheese. And then you bake it at 350 for like 10 or 15 minutes, so everything kind of melts.
All right, you got to share that recipe with us. I want to give that to me so I can post it, because oh my gosh, you guys. Oh. So yeah, we're ringing in. Linda says ice cream is her kryptonite, and my Instagram, the Murphy. Okay, I know there's more to the name than the Murphy, but she says salty buttered popcorn. Oh my gosh, yes. And
Ooh.
Hey Berg is like, yes to chocolate. Yeah. And Pam is like, yeah, I've never heard that recipe. Neither have I. So yeah, I'm gonna make sure we get a hold of that recipe for all of us, Pam. We'll either get Melinda to post it, or I'll grab it from her.
Yeah.
If you're open to sharing, I mean, you did open the door there and talk about this, so I'm hoping it's not a top secret recipe. Good.
It's not a secret.
That sounds, oh my gosh, that sounds so, there goes the diet again. Oh, by the way, you guys, I got to say, and some of you knew this, we did our big bucket list cruise early in the spring, and I wound up getting sick, and I was just sick forever, and no appetite, and I was almost and wearing pants I hadn't worn in 30 years. I was so happy with myself. And then I got well. And now I was like, back to the drawing board. And I thought, okay, so maybe by September, I'll be able to zip these pants up and wear them at the end of summer. So I have hopes, but they're not very high at the moment. Anyway, okay, so we've got sweet or salty. Now, reading for fun. A lot of us have preferences. We have book preferences, we have genre preferences, and since we're romance, we do women's fiction, we're kind of a hybrid, the two of us, right? Wouldn't you say? So women's fiction / romance. But so within all of that, if you're going to read something in that genre, the romance, what are you going to pick? Are you going to do rom-com or romantic suspense? Which are you going to pick?
Rom-com. All day.
we want humor. We want to laugh, right?
Yes.
Yes, for sure. I'm with you. By the way, hi Debbie. I see you've joined us. Thanks for coming. And so, how about the rest of you? If you're picking a favorite genre to read, and maybe it is not women's fiction or romance. Maybe you are a mystery girl, and so feel free to post what your preferences are. That'll be kind of fun.
Historical. I love historical.
Yeah, so many of us love the historical, and I know, of course, I'm sure 3/4 of you have read Kristen Hanna's recent books, Between the Nightingale and the Women. She is just a force to be reckoned with. And so, yeah, if you're a historical, that will not surprise me at all. We're getting some rom-com, we're getting some suspense here. Connie says, no suspense for me. I just don't want it to be super scary, but I don't mind some tension. Historical fiction. Yep, there's a historical fiction girl. Romantic suspense. Very interesting what's coming in here. Yeah, the one thing I like about historical, of course, is that you're actually learning something while you're having the story. And I don't know about you, Melinda, but when I was in high school, history kind of bored me a little bit. And looking back, I'm realizing part of that was because it was all dates. Well, this happened here, and then there was this war, and then this happened. And once I got into historical fiction, and you saw how the events of history affected people's lives, that was a whole different animal. How about for you?
I agree completely. It's like Napoleonic Wars, like, and somebody said the other day, I was talking about a historical and how when the heroes get out of Cambridge or wherever they went, they took a gap year, what's called a gap year now, right? Because they did the grand tour before they settled down to do whatever they were going to do.
Yeah, so they could kind of learn a little bit about the world around them, which is really not a bad idea for us too, because sometimes we just plunge into our life and we don't really see much of the world. And I'm sure some of you I've shared this before. This was years ago when I was a sweet young thing. We were in East Germany before the wall came down, and I felt like, oh my gosh, it was almost like an emotionally and psychologically scarring experience because of the things I saw. And I thought, oh my gosh, everyone should have to see this, what happens when you go to this extreme, because it was really it was really, it brought history right up in your face. It was really interesting to
Yeah,
see.
we did a bucket list tour, I want to say 2 years ago, but maybe it's three now, where we went to Egypt. And that was really eye-opening. I had never been anywhere where there was so much poverty,
Mm,
and it made the headlines that you read kind of in passing and you don't really read the article,
yeah, yeah.
that much more impactful. It really humanized.
Hmm. Yeah, when you see it close up, you can read about it, but it doesn't always hit you until you see it. And when you travel a bit, you do see how hard it is for so many people in different parts of the world that we don't necessarily get a chance to see if we're not out there in person, looking at it. So I'm a big fan of being able to travel if you can, because it is very enlightening and such an interesting way to learn more about the world, learn more about other people's and their culture. And one thing I have realized as we've traveled over the years and met different people is we're all people. I mean, governments will clash and nations will clash, but when you go further down to the average person living their life, we are just, we all want the same thing. We want to raise our
Yeah,
families. We want food on the table. We want to be able to enjoy life and enjoy our friends. And it just kind of all, wherever you live, that's kind of what it boils down to. But
yeah.
anyway, that's a bit of a digression, but I'm seeing we're getting some people ringing in. We got a lot of rom-coms. Ashley is like, rom-com all the way. And Ms. Murphy wants to read
Oh
funny
God.
mysteries. Yes, you know what? Humor is such a cool thing, isn't it? Humor just, it's like your little happy vitamin for the day. If you can get a dose of humor, it just makes a lot of things go down so much easier. Nancy says her neighbor took a trip to, oh boy, yeah, Auschwitz. That would
Auschwitz.
be
Oh,
awfully hard to see, awfully hard. And Susie said, we love to travel to different countries and love learning the history and the culture. Yeah, you can learn so much. And of course, if you can't afford to travel, then you be an armchair traveler and you can read your historical novels. And that is an eye opener too, to be able to just read a good book. And that's one of the beauties of books. Books take us places maybe we are not going to be able to go otherwise. So, we all love our books. Thank God for books and thank God for authors.
yeah.
And we're so happy that we've got one with us to hang out today. So let's go on to another this or that and see what we all have to say and see what Melinda has to say. So we've done da 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 da. Okay, gardening. Green thumb or black thumb? Which are you?
I am
Oh,
a
I see
green
two thumbs. So
thumb.
what color are those?
They're both green. They're
Oh,
both
wow.
green. We moved to Oregon during COVID, which I would not recommend anyone move during a pandemic, but we did. And, we didn't plan for the pandemic to happen,
Yeah, who
and then
did?
we'd already committed to moving. So my mom used to be president of her garden club. So I have kind of gardening
Oh,
ingrained
wow.
in
No
me,
wonder.
like I cannot remember all the Latin names, but I can pick things out. So definitely a green thumb. But I was saying to my husband that this is the first year, 5 years in, that I felt like I know what grows here, what doesn't grow here, and where I need to put it in the
Mm.
garden, because it'll say partial shade, but I think they mean partial shade in California, not in Oregon. Because if I put it in partial shade here in Oregon, the trees are so broad, that they don't get any water. I mean,
Yeah,
it's it's a thing.
they probably forgot to mention that. Please do let it have some water. Give it a drink. I'm thinking interesting. A couple have said half green. I've got some black. Thank you, fellow black thumb people. I try, and I have on not as much on Facebook, but on Instagram, I've posted some pictures and reels of pretty gardens. I've got friends who are such amazing gardeners, and I go to their houses and I look at these gardens. I go, oh, I wish I could do this, but it is work. One of my friends, she is out there all the time, just working her little hindquarters out, and I'm realizing, Sheila, you do not have enough desire to be a gardener to put in the time. With anything that you really want to do, you have to put in the time, right?
You do.
So
You do.
Debbie says that she loves to garden growing tomatoes, peppers, cucumbers, lettuce, beets, peas, Debbie, ship me a care box. I'm just kidding. That sounds wonderful. And that's the one thing I am a lot more interested in it if I can eat it. We do have our house that we're in now, honestly, just doesn't have any land with it. It's all house and deck and beach. And so I've got pots of blueberries outside. And that I really like. And so far I have managed to not mess up blueberries. And so that's working out to be a pretty good deal. So it's like,
hey, if your porch is sunny, you could around May, you're in Washington, right? This house in Washington, not the other house. Do you still have the other house down in
the
Southern
California, no, California went away, sadly.
Okay. So if you get a tomato plant around May and it has full sun and you water it when it gets to be 80, you have to water it, with a big cup of water about 4 times a day.
Oh.
You'll be doing well.
All right. Well, I should be able to handle that theoretically. I might try that. And another friend I saw, and she was growing cucumbers, but she was growing them vertically. She had them in a pot and had the whatever to climb
the
on.
trellis,
So that's a good
trellis.
idea.
Yeah.
So yeah. So all right. So we'll green them, Melinda. So send your gardening questions her way. No, not really. Okay. All right. So morning bird or night owl? Morning bird or night owl, Melinda?
Okay. Look, I used to be a morning bird. I would get up at 4:30 in the morning and go down to the gym in California, and I would teach a spin class at 5:30.
Oh my goodness.
Then I went through menopause, and now I get up at 6:30. I don't know what happened to me. I mean, I am on record as saying I do have trouble sleeping after going through menopause. Like, why? Why
have my hormones betrayed me? Why have they deserted me? Well, I think 6:30 still kind of counts as a morning person. I don't want to get up before 7:30. So, okay, we got some morning birds here. Marcy says she's a morning bird. Diane's a night owl. Who's on Insta? We've got Ms. Murphy is neither. Oh, that's interesting. Plus afternoon, I can't quite see everything you wrote there, and I'm afraid to mess with it because my pages, I have 2 screens here, and I'm really trying to make sure I don't mess this up. As you all know, after all this time, technology is not my forte, but so I am trying to make sure that I see what you're all posting. Teresa says, morning bird, up at 5 every day. Well, good on you, says I. That's impressive. You and Melinda. Oh my goodness, 5 in the morning. Wow. Patty's a morning girl too. I don't see very many night owls coming in here.
I think Linda said she was a night owl.
Nicole says you're still a morning person. Yeah, I agree. Sonia's morning.
Okay. I'll accept the fact that I'm still a morning person.
Look at all you morning girls. Wow. Oh yeah. Oh, nap. Ms. Murphy said we got to do the afternoon nap. That would be me. Oh, there's a night owl coming in. Okay. Patricia's a night owl. Used to work 11 to 7. Oh, well, that would explain a lot. So yeah. The night owls, sometimes, you can't get a lot. Either way, I guess if you're up late at night or early in the morning, those are the times to get some things done without interruption, aren't they? So there's the advantage of that. Okay, let's see what else we are. Okay, now here's a good one. Exercise. Okay, guys. Now I know a lot of us are readers, and so I have a feeling I know what some of you will answer. But Miss Melinda, when it comes to exercise, are you social or solitary?
Well, when I used to teach in a gym, I was social. And then the pandemic came and I bought a Peloton bike, and now I'm solitary.
Oh, interesting.
Because on Peloton, you can join a class that has people in it, but they're in cyberspace like this conversation.
Okay.
Right? So the teacher is telling you what to lift, and you could see other people lifting, and, but I am solitary.
Okay, all right. Yeah, Pam comes in solitary. Hi, Rose. Thanks for joining us. I am not, like to take a walk. I do walk, but I'll listen to something on Spotify while I'm walking because I just can't stand to be stuck with my own company. And I my guess was, since a lot of us are readers, that a lot of us would prefer the solitary exercise. The more extroverted of us, for me, it has to come disguised as a game. So my big things were dancing and volleyball and tennis, ping pong, anything that's social and interaction. But to go to the pool and swim laps, I'm like, oh, just, Please don't make me do that. And and running again. A lot of people, they get in the zone. They want to be able to think, and that's their thinking time. So I'm looking as the calls. I'm seeing a lot of solitaire coming in. Nancy says, I don't exercise, though I should. Oh, back hurts. Oh, I understand that. So, Nancy, the pool might be the place for you, either laps. And I used to do water aerobics too. And that was, again, social. The only thing I
That's
don't like,
becoming really popular right now. That is
well,
like,
yeah, it is. The only thing I don't like about the pool is I don't like that cold before you get in and cold when you get out. Once you're in the pool, but I think I like my comforts. Teresa walks 2 miles. Oh, on the sit down elliptical. Oh, isn't that smart? And read your book.
oh,
So you're getting the best of both worlds. That's a really good idea.
yes,
Oh,
it
yeah.
is.
And we've got on Instagram, we've got treadmill and audiobook. Yeah. So you're kind of combining the best of both worlds. You're getting some exercise and you're reading. Yeah. And it looks pretty overwhelming in our poll here. The solitary, we're doing the solitary. Pam has joined us. Hi, Pam. Thanks for joining us. Hope you'll be able to go back and listen to this from the beginning. It's been kind of fun. All right. So one last thing, travel, domestic or foreign. Which do you want to do most? Which are you most excited to do?
I have traveled the US a lot when I was in the corporate world. And I am in my bucket list international travel now. So we're planning a trip to New Zealand next February. My
Oh,
husband,
wow.
my brother, and I, who you met when we went on the reader cruise. Yeah.
Yes.
So we're going to go to New Zealand and Australia for a little bit, but mostly New Zealand. We're doing all the Hobbit, Lord of the Rings tours.
Oh, how fun is that?
Yeah.
Very cool. That will be very cool. By
Yeah.
the way, speaking of travel, and some of you were able to join Melinda and myself and some other writers when we did our readers cruise, readers and writers cruise, our first one. Oh, has it been a year? How
No,
long has it been?
it was February.
So it's been over a year.
No, no,
Yeah.
it was this year that we went. In
No, that was
February.
last year.
No, it was this year.
It was this year? We just did it this year? Where's my life going? Ah, thank you. Okay, well, I knew it was recent. Does that count? And that was fun. And so of course we talked about we're planning. Again, we had talked about doing this in 2026, but we had taken, for those of you who are around, remember we took a vote and decided we wanted to do the East Coast going up to Quebec, and we were going to do that in September. And those were already, it was way back when we were talking about that, and they were already booked for 2026. So we're hoping for 2027 to do another readers cruise, because the last one we really did have fun on.
Oh, we had a blast.
It
And
was just so much fun.
the way I approach travel is I have a business credit card for my author business. So all the ads that I pay for get put on that. And then Chase gives me points. And so then I use the points to pay for hotels. And then
That's a great idea.
Then I use my airline points to pay for most of my ticket. And, when we spread out the cost over about a year, it takes us about a year to plan and go somewhere. So it's not as big of a hit as it could be.
Well, yeah. And the nice thing with this type of thing, if it's a cruise or whatever, you usually got a year or so that you're saving up, you're making payments as you go. And the cruise lady that I had talked to that we're hopefully going to work with said, no, I'll work with people and we'll get a schedule going for payment. So if you never rang in with a vote on wanting to be involved in this, you need to message me here or email me at Sheila Roberts.
We do have a Facebook group, which
that's right. And what's the name of our Facebook group, Belinda?
Oh, you're asking me
Put you
things.
on the spot, didn't I? Well, she's frantically trying to remember the name of our Facebook group. But what is the name of it? Look that up, Belinda, while you're sitting there looking cute, will you? And we'll let people know about that. But that's kind of, if you want to be involved, do let us know and we can get you on our list of people who want to do this with us. And I'm figuring for me, that might be, because oh my gosh, by 2027, I'm going to be old. So who knows, that might be my swan song for cruising. I don't know, but we are planning and hoping to do that. And so I've got to get in touch with that lady and say, hey, are we getting close to to being able to start doing that? I think she told me, $800 would probably be a deposit for this. So if you're wanting to save toward that, start putting some money in your piggy bank now, but then you just sort of pay along as you go. Oh, Pam looked it up, the Facebook group. Oh, I never
Oh,
found
thank
it.
you.
Well, that's
Oh,
not
you
good.
never found it?
So, I know it's on there. Melinda's looking. Melinda's looking it up. While
I
Melinda's
know.
looking, while she is looking, I will say that also we are hoping to do some things on land, but that isn't anything formalized, so we can't announce that or talk about that yet. But we hopefully will be able to do something in between for readers that want to have a chance to get together.
Okay, so it's Reader and Author Adventures on
Oh, there it was.
Facebook.
In fact, Anne just found and posted it. Thank you, Anne. So you reader and
Thank
author adventure.
you. Yes,
Yeah,
that's
so
great.
get on there and join the group, and one of us will let you in. Melinda's really good at keeping track of all that. That way we can make
Okay.
sure that you're in the loop for when we're doing fun things.
Right, because even I'm planning the land adventure for 2026, and we are negotiating with hotels to do a payment plan, which is going to be great.
Hopefully, but we don't have it. Nothing in cement yet.
Nothing in cement yet,
working
but
on it.
it's in the works. Yep.
But if you're in the Facebook page, then you'll be in the know and you'll know what's going on. So if you are thinking it'd be fun to do some traveling, and of course we had a whole bunch of really fun authors last time, this last year, and I've got some fun ones interested in doing this coming year too. So we would keep you posted on that. But anyway, that'll be a fun thing to look forward to. But now we need to round this out with we talked about Melinda jumping ship from the corporate world into becoming and she is so dang funny, you guys. Seriously, if you have not read Melinda, you need to, because she just takes humor to a whole new level. But you've got things coming out. Why don't you tell us a little bit about what you've got coming out? You've got a couple different things.
Yeah, I have a couple different things, but one of my latest things is a compilation. You could see this cute little cover.
That is cute.
It's the first compilation of the series. The Mermaid Cafe's Guide to Dating is kind of the series overview. A Bad Boy is this first one. And it also comes with a bonus prequel that's called Love and Lattes at the Mermaid Cafe. So
I love that title. That is so cute.
Yeah. So it's been really fun because this is first person, which I don't normally write for my Harlequin books or Forever Romance. I write in third person. So it's been kind of a stretch and a joy at the same time. Have you ever written first person, Sheila?
Yeah, I don't do it very much though. It is definitely a bit of a stretch, and you kind of get in a habit as a writer when you find where you like to write. But I think first person is very fun. You don't get inside everybody's heads, so you have to be more creative as a writer, right? With letting people know what's going on and what the other characters are thinking.
Right. Yeah. And I do the hero and the heroine. Sometimes you only see it in the heroine's point of view. But yeah, it was really fun. I had a lot of fun writing that and creating this kind of quirky mermaid bay, which has a developer has come to town and wants to take over, and tear down all the old buildings and build something modern.
The big bad developer.
So yes, so the town has the Mermaid Bay Legacy Tour, which is kind of a series of tests that newbies have to pass when they come.
Oh, that's so funny. I love that.
So at every stop, at every little local landmark, or business, he kind of has to answer a riddle, and he gets a hard time. He's a good sport about it all because, of course, he is the hero. So,
of course, we can't be a total bad guy. Oh my gosh. Oh, that's fun. So Melinda is going to give away a book to some lucky commenter who is here. What have we got in the gifty bag here that you're going to give away?
So I have a Country Fair Cowboy. My local fair is my county fair, but this is called Country Fair to get across that it's in the country. There's a fair.
And there's a cowboy. We love cowboys.
And there's a cowboy. And this is a really fun one, too. It's two veterinarians, and there is a kind of prickly older vet tech who kind of tries to run the show. And she has a lot of great comedic moments, but it's
very fun.
It's
hold it up again. Hold up one more time.
I will I will send one lucky winner an autographed print copy if they live in the US, or if they prefer an e-copy. And if you're international, I'll send an e-copy, because
Okay,
it's
so
like
there you
a
have it,
struggle
guys.
to send it international. So sorry.
No, 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 I understand. It's just, this is the challenge with, and we apologize, guys. We'd love to ship more books all over the world, but oh my goodness, shipping is about enough to break the budget these days. It's really a challenge for
You
authors.
know what? When I first was published, and this is going to date me, it was like $1.64. That number sticks in my head, to ship a Harlequin to somebody, like in New York. And now I think it's up to $4.
Well, and the bigger books, I mean, gosh, the last time I sent something to Canada, it was like over $20. It was
Oh
so sad.
yeah,
I'm like, huh, because we just really want to be able to be generous, and sometimes you can't be quite as
yeah.
generous as you want to, but we still want to do what we can for y'all. And so I'll get Gerhardt busy drawing a name when we're done talking, and she will send that to some lucky commentators. So aren't you? It always pays to show up, just because we all have fun together, right? But you might win something. So I'm always happy to see how many of you can join us in person, which is very fun. And our next, speaking of in person, our next chat is going to be with, I believe, I've got Julia London scheduled, so that will be fun.
Fun.
And September is going to be a little bit busy for me. Of course, I got Labor Day coming up, guys. And I know you'll all be camping and doing things. And I'm going to be, if you're wanting to look at my schedule, it should be up here in the next few days. I'll have some Sheila sightings up there. I'm going to be at some different conferences. I'll be at the Pacific Northwest Writers Conference at SeaTac in Seattle. I'm going to be at the Central Coast Writers Conference in San Luis Obispo. And I hope I got the actual conference name. I just keep saying the conference in San Luis Obispo. And I hope I said the name right. I've never been there. I'm excited
San
to see
Luis
it.
Obispo is what
San
I would
Luis,
call
San
it,
Luis
but
Obispo.
Louis, yeah.
Okay, so I'm very excited to do that. So I'm going to be here, there, and everywhere. And of course, I'll be in Melinda and I both will be at the Utah Readers Luncheon in October. So if you are a reader and have signed up for that, we'll have a chance to hang out. That will be fun. So lots of things coming up. And then online, once I'm done wandering all over the planet, we'll be back to chatting here. And of course, I booked The Man Next Door. Hopefully you guys have done a pre-order for that. We will be having a book birthday party the day of that. I believe that drops October 14th. So we'll be having gifties and games to celebrate that. So I'm very excited about that book. So hopefully you've had a chance to check that out and pre-order. So those are some fun upcoming things. And again, do join our Facebook page for the author and reader adventures, because that way you'll be able to in the know and know what Melinda's up to and planning for us next in the future. So as always, it's so much fun. I just appreciate you coming on and chatting with me, and we'll keep you posted on adventures, guys. But meanwhile, this is the end of the weekend for us all. We start a whole new week this week. I hope you're going to have a good one, and I'm so happy you could join us. And on just a little bit here, I'll post on both Instagram and Facebook who was our winner this time to receive a fabulous book. And cowboys, everybody wants a cowboy, man. Boy, I'm glad Gerhardt's doing the eeny, meeny, miny, moe, because we've got a lot of people who would love to get that book. So somebody's going to get a book. And thanks for joining us, you guys. And you all have a great week. And we will be in touch, well, hopefully soon. So bye to our Instagram people. First of all, they have left us and now saying bye to our Eek. My page disappeared. Now we're saying bye to our Facebook guys. Thank you again all for taking time to hang out with us. It's been fun.